All right, I think we made it live. Perfect. So thank you everyone. Hi, welcome. I am Halawi, your weekly host for the Nomansky Wonders Show. Thank you for joining me and my guests live today, or just watching later. Appreciate your support, and hopefully you'll find today's episode fun and interesting. I'm trying to shrink the introduction as much as I can because it's very boring as per everyone confirmation. So just one line about this show. The Nomansky Wonders Show is about me interviewing a guest or multiple guests who will guide us through his or her Nomansky build while, sharing with us their stories about the game. In these tours, I do it mostly in VR. So I do it in PSVR 2 to provide a new perspective about the game, and hopefully by the end of every episode, we know a little bit more about the guest and we have a little bit more fun. So today we have this pirate hub civilization. So we have the main guest is Brettster, who is the pirate king. He is the leader of the pirate hub civilization. He's a version No Man's Sky player with hundreds of hours in the game. He's also a base builder, and he also do some nice virtual photographing about No Man's Sky. In today's episode, we will be touring the new pirate city, which I'm currently in right now. There was just a war a few minutes ago before we went live. We'll also go to the REDACTED City. We will be trying to hopefully do one more build, which I'm gonna, put, let's say, my heart on because it's crashing a lot. But hopefully we'll have time also to do the third Little War City also. And we'll be a little bit learning slowly about the pirate hub civilization. We'll try to discuss the anniversary, the Nerfification Day, learning more about their traditions, their history. And additional to Brett, we also have two council members who are joining me today live. So we have Duna Pora and also Formal Shark. And so will be joining us also today. And we also have co-hosts from the Nomansky Wonders Show, both Kim and Max, joining us live. So it's going to be today more about a party instead of just a standard show with just me and one-on-one. But again, it's going to be 5-6 people today in the show. And they've been all quiet until I finish this chat. So thank you, everyone. Welcome, and thank you for joining me today in the Nomansky Wonders Show.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, thanks for having us now.
Hello.
Yep. So you may be a little bit confused with who is saying what. So I'm gonna start with asking Brett to introduce himself. Brett, my friend, where are you, man?
Right here in front of you. Thanks for having me. Excited to get this going and show you guys the Pirate Hub capital system.
Thank you for joining. Okay, so if you take a look here, we have these crazy legs that's appearing in the sky. This is actually, I just learned it's called the Planet Destroyers, correct? And
well, its actual name is Lucy. Apparently, I just gave that nickname because it's doing some damage here.
Yes. Okay, and also, we have the council members. So We have Puna and Formal Shark. Hey guys, thank you for joining us today.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Hey, thanks for having us. Thanks for having us, man. This is awesome.
Perfect. So why, Brett, why don't you, let's say, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, where are you from, what do you do, and stuff like this.
Of course, like real life, real world stuff. I'm from California. I am an attorney, which is most people don't probably suspect that, but I play No Man's Sky as a way to kind of relax, and I think I've enjoyed what we built here, and that's been a big part of why I keep coming back to work on the Pirate Hub.
Oh, attorney. Okay, you are the first attorney that I have as a guest in the show. That's really interesting. So, where are we already in the new city?
Yes, this is New Pirate City. I'll walk you over here if you want to follow me. Okay.
I'm coming. Let me turn on my HUD to know which one correct is you guys. Because, I think
we have another guest here.
yeah, I think my setting is actually slightly bugged. So, but I still can, I can still jump, which is fine. So let me see if I can summon my flight here quickly. I can. Okay, perfect. So this, what I'm looking for, like what I'm looking to now here in VR, this bit is actually crazy amount of lighting. This planet is really wonderful. It's a paradise planet, and the effects in PSVR 2 is really nice with all of the settings around here, all of the lighting effects with the beds moving around. I haven't seen this scale before, so yeah, very, very impressive, to be honest. So let's start the tour.
Great. If you want to meet us over here on the landing pads.
Okay, I am there.
Oh, for some reason you're not loading on my screen.
Yeah, I think maybe I need to relog and join maybe quickly. I think I have my game bugged for some reason. I think my game is bugged. Let me see if I can reload quickly. And while I'm doing this, Puna, why don't you introduce yourself quickly? And Kim, do we have anyone from the chat join? Do we want to welcome anyone?
Yes, we have Chris Wolf, and we have, I don't know how to say this, but it's GOFEIN.
Thank you guys for joining us. Okay, I'm gonna rejoin again quickly. And Puna, do you want to give a little bit of introduction about yourself,
Sure.
Briefly.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm the pirate ambassador. I'm from the Southeast, and I'm a plumber. That's my job.
Oh, Southeast.
Exciting.
Interesting.
Southeast, too.
Ooh. It's very hot.
Okay, so maybe I can join you in the in-game quickly. It's gonna be easy because I don't see you in multiplayer, Brett. And let me do this quickly. Perfect. And our last council member, Formal Shark. A little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm from Alberta, Canada. I do data entry when I'm not playing No Man's Sky. I was one of the later members of the council to join, but it's been a blast. It's given me something to kind of look forward to and do outside of the normal game practices, because once you finish the storyline and you don't have friends to play with, it kind of be a bit of a drag sometimes. So I was able to join the Pirate Hub, and now I spend every waking hour outside of work doing this. So.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you for sharing. Okay, I finally see Brett. I see a lot of members. There is a very unique vibe about this system. So let's start the tour, and I'm gonna turn again off my HD. Hopefully it will not bug my game again. And Brett, why don't we, tell us a little bit about this city, and also about when did you start at No Man's Sky? And guys, take a look to how beautiful this looks like here. The amount of details with the lighting. And thank God there is not too much flicker, because last episode I had a lot of flicker I was almost gonna, die in the headset. The flicker was really hurting my eye. But thank God now there is no flicker. Okay, let's go.
I appreciate it. Yes, sorry if you hear my dog having a panic attack in the background, but I started playing No Man's Sky in 2018, shortly, I think, a year or two after release. A friend of mine, had me join, and we spent a lot of time on a snow planet not too far away from here, just toiling away for a very long time until we finally had enough to understand that, the basics of the game. And I carried on, and like probably most every other player, spent hours and hours playing by myself, thinking this is a beautiful game, it's a little lonely. Then one day, randomly, I was in a system probably about 3,000 light years away from here. And the first time ever that this has happened, probably the first time at all, or the only time that it's happened to me, another player was there. He took me on his freighter, showed me a build like I'd never seen before, and then gave me items that made me have 1 billion units instantly. So I thought that was a really cool thing, and for the first time I was excited because I thought that multiplayer was a real tenable thing in the No Man's Sky universe. So I explored a little bit more, and I found the No Man's Sky community on Reddit, and I realized, there's players everywhere who are meeting up and playing together. And we can go more into it later on how that translates to the Pirate Hub, but that kind of made me fall in love with the game more. Sometime shortly thereafter, I actually found this planet. It is very close, one jump, less than 100 light years away from my home system, Ignor's system, which is another now system claimed for the Pirate Hub. But this was the first paradise planet I've ever seen, and it is to this day the most beautiful paradise planet I've ever discovered. We call it the Jewel of the Pirate Hub for a reason. I've been here probably thousands of times, and every single time I'm blown away. So it's a special planet, and I'm glad that we're able to share it with a lot of other people.
It's beautiful, and man, the story is also beautiful, correct? I mean, what are the chances that you actually meet someone in No Man's Sky? I mean, I still remember me first time meeting someone. I mean, unfortunately, I was playing in VR. PSVR1 doesn't allow me to voice chat or do anything, and even text. And I was trying to tell him, like, I'm so happy to see you, man. And, he was doing all different kind of, waving and stuff like this, but in VR we cannot do any of that. And I looked like a duck moving my hands, correct? And he thought I'm making fun of him, and then he left. But it was just wonderful to just randomly, correct, meet someone. And I still remember this for the first time. So in 2 years, you've been playing for 2 years. That's impressive, actually. I mean, all different kind of. Oh, more.
But much longer than 2 years. Yeah, that was 2018.
Okay.
And then I probably picked up a lot more, like most everyone else, during the pandemic, and that's when I discovered, how big this community really was.
I just got my ass kicked somewhere, correct? So now I don't know where you are. So being in the pirate, so I actually had my main save, and in my main save I have actually logged my settings, unfortunately, and then I created this dedicated save so I can avoid having the pirates kicking me. But now I am in the pirate hub, so I expect to see a lot of pirate attacks. And why all of your bets are crazy big, correct? And also very interesting. I mean, look at these people. Wow. Look at how big this bird is. That's crazy. Okay, so why don't you give us a formal tour, correct? Now we are in the city. What are the different areas you have planned around here?
Will do. So this right here, this landing pad is a spaceport. It's, it is what it is. It's a flat landing pad, but I like to start off here because it really separates the main base portion from the settlement portion. So I'll walk you through the settlement portion first. And what I've tried to do here is use the base structure of the settlement to create something that's, a real experience to walk through. I believe, I messed around with the names a few times. I believe this is Uptown Nerf or Nerfer Square or something along those lines. But this is the settlement. and it took a lot more imagination than the actual base did, in my opinion. Just because you kind of have to look at what's already there and see what it could be. And this base altogether, it's existed for about a year and a half, so it's a constant work in progress.
Actually, having bases mixed with a settlement, I think, is a great idea. I think settlements in general is something that's one of the most underutilized stuff in No Man's Sky. I think the idea was cool, but they can evolve a little bit more for, it's just lacking something, correct? Oh, now I see the big destroyer here. Oh my god. It reminds me of the Horizon Call of the Mountain, the big tower neck, correct? Now there is no way I can go up there. But
don't let us step on you.
yeah. But it really fits cool when you have both the settlement and base connected together. It just gives this big wonderful feeling that there is a big extension to the city, and that's really cool. Okay, what after you go here, what is the other areas?
Well, this is the settlement portion is pretty large. There's some fun stuff to do with the settlement too. It's not just the base. I almost showed this to you a little too early yesterday, so let me try and
show you
some of these.
I have seen this massive, massive. It looks like a turret, correct? So this is actually this big, massive. It looks like a turret from the World War or something, and it's so big. And last time I saw this, because I came here, I own flat screen to allow my the base to load a little bit, but seeing it in VR is a completely different scale. I mean, these wheels can literally just, if it move, it will completely crush me. I mean, look how big is this? Oh my god, it's so big.
Yeah, you're tiny in comparison.
yeah.
A lot of the fun stuff we're able to do here is due to glitch building. So that's another thing that it not only allows us to do this, but it helps us with our bases, and a lot of that is due to YouTubers, showing these glitches, figuring them out for the first time, like Beetlebum and a lot of others who kind of share this with the community. So we really owe it to them for being the first people to discover this stuff.
So how did you learn to build and glitch build in general? And I just had my heart pop out of my chest because I expected to land on top of it, and then I just felt inside it. And that was a little bit scary. But how tell us a story about what got you into building, and how did you learn to build, and how you evolved to become the kind of builder you are right now.
Sure. Well, I think everyone starts at one at the same place. 4 walls and a roof and hopefully a door if you have all those things unlocked at the anomaly. But it just progresses from there based on what you see in the community. Again, I think the No Man's Sky community is unlike any other video game community, where they're really focused on sharing information with others and making sure that everyone kind of knows how to do these things if they ask or if they're looking to do it. And that's what we've tried to create at the Pirate Hub, is a place for people to come and ask questions and to have those questions answered. A place where everyone has different experience levels, but we can all kind of get to that pinnacle of building potential. For me, I know that Dunn and Formal Shark have a different perspective on this. For me, I just kind of look at an area and I have a basic idea. I'll actually show you if you want to follow me so I can explain this a little more. But
okay, where are you now? Here you are.
Right in front of you.
Yeah.
I look at an area and I see one part of it. I see one part of the build, and so I put that up. And then from there, it just kind of evolves organically. I don't have a plan. Usually that's why these bases take so long, because for me it's just I look at it and it kind of just comes to me, okay, yeah, that would look good, or that that needs to be changed, look better if it was like this. But I know that other players, one of our other council members who wasn't able to make it today, Rook 7425, I know has another base in this system that's incredibly beautiful and intricate, and I know he spent a lot of time planning it out, and it's really a testament to his organizational skills. So I know that people have different building techniques, and somehow they all seem to work, if that makes sense. But here I wanted to show you this building right here was the first building put down of the city. It just is a square cuboid building with some ornate details on it, and it was purposely put right here next to the settlement because the capital system was announced right after the I believe it was the Frontiers update, the settlement update. So I located the settlement and I decided, well, this will be the capital city. Kind of all went from there.
Man, that's looking from up here is really interesting. And I have interviewed now, I could say maybe 10, few more dozen builders. And I also ask them many similar questions about building. And it's very interesting that there's just like no wrong, no right on, people always use different stuff. Yeah, some people plan a lot, some people just never plan, some people get inspiration from different stuff, and we just end with all the different kind of wonderful, builds that hopefully will stay long way after we stop playing, correct? But it's just so cool to see, the creations of our mind coming to life. And I know that there's a lot of other games that allow you to build, but somehow how personal the builds and the style become in No Man's Sky is something very unique, because you look to everyone build and it looks different. It has its own style. I look to Max build, correct, and it's completely different. I know this is Max. I look to Kim build, and I know this is Kim. I know to Apaya build. I know it's Apaya. So it's very interesting. And Max and Kim, guys, if there is anyone asking questions from the chat, if anyone joining us, feel free to shut me up, interrupt me, and welcome them. But so far I'm having blast of fun here. The guys from the Pirate City dancing and doing all kind of crazy stuff. So it's so cool.
Well, I'm glad you have a good time.
Slid in. Good shout out to Z Sickolo. That name that rings a bell. He's saying, "What's up?"
Yep, he's one of the nerf herders.
Nerf herders. Thank you for joining, guys. So why nerf herders? Okay, I was planning to start, zooming more on the civilization, but this name is just unique. And man, I entered inside. I'm supposed to enter inside or no? How do I go up?
Oh yeah, sure. Let me just. So there is, if you just keep walking through the whole city, it's just a long pathway through the city, and then there's some side paths on this.
Okay.
When you walk throughout, there's a staircase.
Like a main road,
left.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
This is just another view here, settlement portion. Well, nerf herders, I'm not sure if you're familiar with episode 5, Star Wars, but it's derived from that movie. The pirate hub, the type of people that let me start over, I suppose. When this was created, people would call us pirates, or people would call us a lot worse names, actually. But I figured that the community needed an identity, similar to other communities. What do we call ourselves? Who are we? What do we want to stand for? And I thought that nerf herders made the most sense. I mean, it's funny. Part of the pirate hub, it's the whole thing is a joke, but it's also it's a joke that's become something incredibly beautiful, in my opinion. But nerf herders, they're scoundrels. They're pirates. They are the embodiment of who Han Solo was is who I believe we try to be. Freedom at all costs, and not sure if that's a great explanation, because there really is no reasonable explanation for it. But if Dunn or Josh or Formal Shark have any anything to add on that and what it means to them, feel free.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with everything you said, and just to give you a more specific take on it. There's a scene in the movie where Leia actually calls Han Solo a scruffy nerf herder, and it's in that moment it's meant to kind of be like an insult, but we've kind of taken that term and made it our own. It's now who we are.
Guys,
put perfectly, and yeah, and that reminds me. The part Han Solo says, who you calling scruffy looking, he's not ashamed of being a nerf herder. Neither are we.
That's right.
So Star Wars, correct? Star Trek. Why I'm not surprised, correct? Pretty much, everyone who plays No Man's Sky loves Star Wars, correct? So we all
Joe
love
has
space.
made an appearance.
Yeah. But the different the only things that people I found, debate about was how crazy they are about Star Wars. Some people are just like, I love it, but some people are like crazy love it, correct? Like actual hardcore fans. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why we play No Man's Sky. We love space. We are curious about the unknown, correct? So Star Trek versus Star Wars, anyone who love one more than another, or
Well, I think you know my answer. I mean, the majority of this civilization, it's pretty heavily Star Wars based, or at least there's references there. Because I'm just, that's my preference. But I think they're also two different things. One is the future of this Earth civilization, and another is just a legendary hero's tale in a galaxy far, far away. I think you can like them both and be enthusiastic about them both without taking away from the other.
Very
Wow.
diplomatic answer there.
Yeah. I this is the first time I went inside this what do we call this, the galaxy globe or whatever. And if you guys look into this in the stream right now, I cannot explain for you how does this feel in VR, but it's crazy beautiful and wonderful, because these particles, like the planets, are actually coming through my body and through my head. This is my head here, and it's crazy awesome. Okay, so we've been here for so long. Anything else in the new pirate cities that we need to take a look before we move to the next city?
Oh yeah, let's do a quick walkthrough. I know hope I'm not crashing. All right, let's do a quick walkthrough because we've been kind of just sitting here. I'll take you to downtown Nerf, and then we can go over to Redacted City. So
Guys,
let's take this main road down.
Stop pushing me. I feel I'm in the bus here, correct? Let me move, guys. Just joking. Correct? Okay. Though unfortunately, I think the multiplayer No Man's Sky, I was having a chat with, I think it was Slacks from Distant World Tour, and he was telling me how the technicality work, correct? Like in No Man's Sky, and it's like, people believe that it's a miracle this game is even functioning, because the way multiplayer work and everything have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different directions and objects and stuff like this. So yeah, unfortunately multiplayer there is like a specific aura around you in multiplayer that no one can come close to, and in VR this aura is slightly bigger for some reason. So if anyone come close to me, I just get pushed for some reason, correct? Like they don't allow. They don't allow.
Stay clear, everyone.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But I also get lost easy because I have my HUD turned off, and then I'll just take so long to come back to you. Okay,
no problem.
I'm
Yeah,
coming.
just follow your way here.
Mary and Joy come.
Nirvana and Joe have arrived.
I have no idea where I am, correct?
Here
I
you
found
go.
someone. Oh, you see this fog effects are crazy cool coming from down here. I love them all the time. It makes me feel like I'm in a freezer, and oh my god, the guy who used the cloaking effect was so cool. Okay, perfect. So what is this? Why don't you tell us a little bit?
So this right here is downtown Nerf. I'm not sure if you see the dome loading in. Oh, there's the Sarlacc. All right.
Oh my god. How did you time that?
Oh, he comes by a lot. That's the legendary Sarlacc of Pirate Hub Legend. We have twin Sarlaccs in this system. There's one here on Lulu and one on Moraband, where we'll be going next. But yeah, they'll make an occasional appearance.
Oh, I haven't seen anyone who actually named the worms on the system before. How cool is
I
that?
haven't either.
Yeah, and they actually used to They used to look different before the worm update. I forget the name of that expedition, but I think Expedition 6 maybe. But they used to look like this. Yeah, maybe 4. They used to look like these animals, and that's why we have them. This is our armored Sarlacc companion. So originally, when we announced the capital system, this is what the worms would look like. I'm not sure if you see that flying.
Good timing.
Where are you pointing? Let me just come and see. I was a little bit distracted here with the effects of the fire.
You see straight up in the air?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the original legendary Sarlacc before the update changed the species of the worm.
Okay.
Let me take him away, though, so he doesn't cause too much lag.
No, it's cool. I just not used, to look up so much in VR. I mean, I'm used to look so much, but unfortunately, I need to change my seating, and I have this seating so I can take a look sometimes to my laptop. So I have one of the most boring and complicated setups that I don't want to bore you guys with, but I've seen it. Now, let me just take a little bit more here. I'm feeling I'm getting heat from this guy. Okay, and
nice.
I'm coming
So
close.
I'll show you the downtown.
Yes. Oh,
okay. If you follow me down this staircase, here is the downtown sector.
Nice. I love when I hear the music, the pipe music. I think it's something crazy done in the game, and when people put it on, I really love it because it just have its No Man's Sky vibe, it's sci-fi vibe, and there are some crazy stuff done by these things actually. So
I sent you a couple songs from the Pirate Hub soundtrack if you'd like to take a listen to those.
Oh, perfect. So there is a Pirate Hub soundtrack. Nice.
Dunn is our primary DJ.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dunn and Brett. Like, don't discredit yourself. You do some banging tracks too. I've heard some of your music.
No, I appreciate that. This is more of a little jingle that's really annoying when you're building here for a long time. So,
so I'm not sure if you guys on the stream, is the music too high? Can you hear the pipe beat music on the stream, or it's too loud? Or anyone on YouTube can confirm? I'm increasing it a little bit. I'm increasing it a little bit. A little bit more?
Okay, I can hear it now.
Okay.
No, leave it. It's going to be too loud.
Okay. A little bit more?
Okay, I can hear it now. Okay. No, leave it. It's going to be too loud.
Okay, now close your YouTube quickly, all of you. or mute it. Yes. Now, again, Kim, Max, anyone from the chat have any questions, please let us know. Welcome new people all the time. And yeah, put on your best DJ, man, before we move from here. And let me try to grab a drink. The problem is that every week I say I'm gonna eat and drink before the show, but I always feel I don't feel like eating. I'm so excited, and then I always end up so hungry later on. This is a bar in the downtown, and it's so cool.
And we also have a comedy club. I'll show you that last if you want to follow me over here to this corner. Let me guide you here, and then we can head over to Redacted.
Robot's giving you a show. Robot knows what's up.
Oh. So we are inside the dome now. Nice.
Yeah, I tried to make it like a comedy club, jazz club, something like that. I wasn't really sure what to put up here, but I figured for a downtown part of the city, it made sense.
Yeah, this is where the VIP people go, correct?
Exactly.
Yes. I think I'm being a little bit VIP now, joining all the VIP areas, joining all the VIP builders. It's so cool.
It's council member only. So.
Nice. So thank you guys for having me here. Perfect. I think this was a wonderful build, and I'm really now so curious about learning more about the civilization history. It's so unique. The identity is there. We have Max, who always us. He actually founded his own civilization. It have a huge amount of history and politics before it. I think it was episode number 9. Max, correct? So
I think so.
yeah. So let's learning about the civilizations is something that really make me curious, and most of the civilizations have a lot of history behind them, and it's crazy that all of this stuff happened inside the game that was not originally designed to be a role-playing game at all. Correct? Somehow we have this, correct? So yeah, I'm gonna let's go to the next city, correct? Redacted City. I'm gonna miss this planet. This planet is so extremely beautiful and fun. So I'm gonna go to.
Hey, feel free to put a base down. This planet's for everyone. Anyone's welcome to put a base down and build here.
I'm getting offers from some of the builders to teach me how to build. So I'm gonna maybe hopefully start building soon. My time is crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna save here anyway. Make a save and come back from time to time because it's really really beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna come back and follow you to the next city while you give us the 101 sales pitch for the pirate hub civilization. What is the history, why you found it, and what people would expect to join you guys.
I don't know if I can give you a sales pitch, but I'll give you the true history, and I guess you could decide from there. This shortly after that encounter with that player, that really generous player, I decided to kind of look more into the No Man's Sky multiplayer community. I found Reddit. I found all of the No Man's Sky communities there, and I thought it was fantastic. I found No Man's Sky the game, the subreddit, the Galactic Hub subreddit, and I thought this is great. I started taking screenshots, sharing them, and people were giving feedback. It was awesome. And this is full disclosure. I shared 3 photographs of my player and a new starship on the Galactic Hub subreddit. I was a newer player, especially not a newer player, but a newer member of the multiplayer community. So I didn't really understand how the civilizations worked or anything like that. But the post on the Galactic Hub subreddit got a lot of traction, and I think one of them got 200 upvotes, which is it felt good. It felt good to share your build and share your players loadout and starship with the community. Then I got a notification on Reddit that my post had been removed because I broke the subreddit's rules. And that was well enough. I didn't really understand how it worked, but the post was removed, I believe, and it's been a long time, so I might be mixing this up a little bit, but I believe the post that I saw at first was removed because it had glyphs on it that weren't taken in the Galactic Hub region of space. And so that's fine, but then 2 other posts from about a few days or maybe a week before were unilaterally removed at the same time. And I was given a message on Reddit that I have 3 violations of the Galactic Hub subreddit rules, even though all those violations were counted all at once without any explanation to me, the player. So I was told not to post again or I would be banned from the subreddit. And again, that's my recollection. If for whatever reason I'm mixing that up, my apologies. After that, I thought it was funny. And me and a friend who found the Galactic Hub, we went there and we started joking around saying, "Down with the Galactic Hub." All words. We weren't aggressive players. We didn't want to ruin anyone's experience. That alone got us banned from the subreddit for good reason. And I decided as a joke during COVID when everyone kind of had a lot of time on their hands, I'm going to start my own community. I'm going to call it the Pirate Hub. A kind of a joke, and it's been described as a parody of the Galactic Hub before, and I suppose in its initial form it was that. But in doing that, I would post screenshots on my own personal subreddit where it was me and no one else following, saying, "Down with the Galactic Hub. We are the Pirate Hub. Ha ha ha." And and obviously, in my opinion, an obvious joking manner. But the reaction I got from some people was, "Oh, this guy's just role playing. How that's funny." Some people were building pirate ships in the Galactic Hub system, which, you know, is funny, and they got the joke. And some of those people are actually still members of the pirate to this day. But the majority of the response was very, very aggressive, and you know, without going too much into it, I hold no hard feelings against Galactic Hub or any of its members. But that is how this started. It started as a response to what I felt was, you know, a newer player who especially was new to the multiplayer community, didn't really understand things. Instead of being explained how it works, instead of being given a warning on a subreddit, was kind of put off to the entire experience immediately. So just when, you know, I was starting to really enjoy the multiplayer community. So it all started with a lot of rhetoric, you know, a lot of these Shakespearean, or actually, you know, more just really dramatic statements. You know, we shall inherit the galaxy. We will not let tyranny of the Galactic Hub, you know, keep us in chains. A lot of dramatic things that are obviously jokes. But as they kept going and I kept getting the backlash, along with that backlash, trickling in slowly was several players, eventually thousands of players, well, maybe not thousands, but many players who came to me and said, "I've experienced similar things. I'd like to join you. Like, what are you all about?" And so, long story short, while it started as something in opposition, as kind of a protest, entirely, you know, a free speech protest against a community here, that I felt was gatekeeping a little bit. Well, it started as that. I eventually determined that this could be much more. People are looking for a place where they can build what they want, but they can also feel part of a community. There's no naming rules in the Pirate Hub. There's only basically there's 4 rules of the Pirate Hub, but they're really just don't attack anyone without first being attacked. No harassing any individual player ever. And actually, I guess there's only 3 rules, because the third rule is that the first rule doesn't apply when you're in Ignor's system, which is our PvP system. So you can attack anyone there. But I think people wanted a place where they could be free, but also feel like a community. And what we've tried to do since I came to that conclusion, we try to focus less on our past of being an anti-Galactic Hub group, which we were entirely. And for a long time, we've instead focused on building a totally inclusive multiplayer community where the players decide, what do we want to do? What do we want to be here? We want to be a part of this. Do we have to follow these rules? Well, at the Pirate Hub, no. You just, for the sake of being a part of it, you get to be a part of it. And that's I'm sure I'll have some more to add, but we really just wanted to create a place where everyone's welcome, regardless of what they're doing, as long as they're not harassing a player, regardless of where they're building. We don't have any build limit restrictions. We don't have any planetary restrictions where people aren't allowed to build on this planet, or where we keep, you know, planets, you know, separate for only certain builders and keep them away from other players who want to join. We really just want a place where everyone can play the game they want and enjoy this beautiful game in the way that it was meant to be enjoyed, with total freedom. And if Dunn or Formal Shark want to add any of that, feel free.
Yeah, you know, I guess I just agree with everything you said, Brett. It's my coming to the Pirate Hub had a lot to do with the same reasons I guess you started it, where I had a kind of a more negative experience with the Galactic Hub, and ended up kind of seeking out other communities. And when I saw yours, the whole, you know, down to Galactic Hub, it was like it was just perfect in that moment, right? Like, obviously I don't genuinely have those feelings. You know, anybody can do whatever they want, but having in the moment, you know, I was a little PO'd. You know, I wanted to kind of do my own thing, and seeing this just made it made it perfect. And then now I'm a deep part of it. That's great.
Well,
Yeah,
guys,
the other guys hit the nail on the head pretty much. It's same all around.
yeah. I would like, to thank you for sharing all these details. I really have a lot of friends from across all the civilizations. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone from the Galactic Hub, correct? But in reality, this happens, I think, all the time. People have different opinions, but when you look to it in the past, you ended making something that you feel unique, you have a common cause, and then you evolve it to show us this wonderful city, correct? So what is that scene behind this city? And again, thank you for sharing. I think, maybe seeing, bad experience when you still don't even know what's going on can sometimes push even people away from the game. So I really hope if anyone from the Galactic Hub is watching, maybe they can consider this in the future. But in reality, I think, yeah, go ahead.
I would like to say I have no hard feelings. These things have been resolved to the extent that they can be resolved, and the people who are members of the Galactic Hub are just like all of us. They're just trying to enjoy this game and come together to build something. My point really was that it started, as something, as a protest, as something negative, but I think we've decided over the years to make it something positive and just create something rather than trying to change something. Create our own place and where anyone's welcome. And we have members of the Galactic Hub who have come here, and vice versa. We have members here who are members of the Galactic Hub. So it's not a us versus them to the extent that it used to be. And I have a lot of respect for the leader of the Galactic Hub Force, Jordan Murphy, who is, despite our differences and our disagreements, has always tried to do his best to be fair with the Pirate Hub. I think it's just really when ideals come and collide that don't mix, I think that's just there's bound to be conflict.
And I think it's started as a funny thing also a little bit, and then it gave it a little bit of flavor, correct? Breaking the routine, two civilizations are fighting, so it's so cool, I think, to actually have some little bit of routines there, and it ended, grouping you guys together. I just want to check with, Kim and Max. Do we have anyone joined from the chat? Anyone I need to give him a special, feedback?
Yeah, Joe, Nirvana, and Abaya joined. So
oh my God.
New people.
Nirvana made it, correct? I can't believe it. Okay. So, guys, Nirvana for sure is, one of the most popular celebrity, correct, for the No Man's Sky. She's a wonderful builder. Maybe, guys, post her channel in the chat, correct, for people to take a look to her. Thank you for joining. And all the folks joining from the Pirate Hub, you guys, thank you for joining today. So, I think the base is loading slowly. Why don't you tell us what is the scene behind the city? The color shifting here is crazy. I can stay here and look for an hour, but I want to know if you guys have some story behind it.
Of course, yeah. We are really lucky because this planet not only has a planet like Lowaloo, a beautiful paradise planet, but it has this planet, Moraband, which I have never seen anything like this in the game. Not to say that there aren't other planets like this, but to have a black and white planet where all visible light is refracted into a rainbow. To me, it's really special. It's something that's hard to get used to for a lot of people, but I really enjoy being here. And the base itself, it's not just this base, but the Pirate Hub has a program called the Cities Initiative. And it started with Ruvoul City, which is on another planet in the system. And it's a collective base build where it gives everyone in the community a chance to come over, put a base, and build a mega base settlement, basically. This is our second attempt at that, and I think it's going really well. We have a lot of players who have put down roots here. Not all of them are uploaded currently, probably because they've been busy with the stuff over at Ruvoul for Nerfification Day today. But this is our second attempt at it, and we would try to do something entirely different here on Warband. And the name Redacted City, which is the collective name of all the entire area, Redacted City off Prism Bay, is really themed on the planet. It's kind of a noir scientific noir type of theme. And we, all of the bases somehow are just coming together. There's no coordination, but everything seems to work, which I think it's been pretty magical. That's been the same type of thing at Ruvoul City, where the city itself has a feeling, and people are inspired to build along with that theme that's just naturally present in the landscape.
Man, seeing the night comes here, I mean, usually people don't stay in one place for so long unless you're a builder in No Man's Sky, and when you're a builder, you mostly focus on the build. But the night sky here with all of these white lighting effects, with the city lighting effects, and my headset didn't stop rumbling since I came here, correct? There is just too many worms coming from a lot of different places, and there is just too many things going on around here, correct? So the lighting effects are crazy. I can't stay here for so long. Originally,
Joe wants to know what the resolution of the color shift is like in VR.
wait, Joe joined? I have two co-hosts and no one says that Joe joined? Oh my god. Hey, Joe, man, thank you for joining.
You just didn't hear me.
I think we had 2 shout-outs for Joe. Maybe 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if Apaya also joined and no one told me, correct? So let's hope that he did. Yeah, no, so thank you Apaya and Joe for joining. No, guys, the color shifting in VR, the resolution in VR is very bad, unfortunately, right now in No Man's Sky, correct? But when you stand still, like I was standing still for a few minutes, it's becoming very good. Unfortunately, if there's too many moving objects, there's like a bug, like a ghosting bug. I'm used to it now, it doesn't bother me much. And after a few minutes, you completely use yourself. I actually feel I am here. And if I go and do like this photo mode, correct? The amount of lighting effects, and when we had the color shifting, hopefully the morning will come again. You feel you are in here, like personally. You are not watching. I'm not watching this like in a screen. I'm not watching it in TV or not. I'm physically in the redacted city, and it actually impacts my, how do you say, my feeling. I mean, it's a very sad and lonely inside here, correct? Especially with the dark lighting. It has this, horror, nightmarish, correct feeling. Now there's some lights coming here, so I'm starting to cheer up a little bit. It's killing all of the fun inside me, and I'm not a fun person per se, correct? So you guys will get so bored soon unless we get the lightings back on. And now it's raining, there is storms. Okay, what else? Throw it at me.
Yeah, why don't we take a look inside?
Yeah, let's go inside, correct? I have good some music will
little
I'm
bit of a
sure
different horror
there's
show.
a Titan burrow nearby you can go have fun with. Just wait till it gets dark.
Oh, yeah.
All good. Just around the corner.
I'm coming in, guys. I'm coming in.
Puppies and sunshine everywhere.
Yeah. The story was also so cool. So why don't you tell us, correct, if people, parts of the past, again, all respect to all of the civilization. I think I have a couple of very good friends from the Galactic Hub. I think I have a lot of friends across all of the civilization, and these conflicts is actually what make people know that No Man's Sky is a real world, real galaxy, correct? I mean, real life people fight, correct? In real life, brothers fight. So this is something that's normal, just showing how active this community is, how much effort people are putting inside the game, inside the community, inside the bases. I remember I was asking, I forgot to, probably solely, what would you think if No Man's Sky implemented an in-game actual civilization system like what we have in games like World of Warcraft with guilds? And they say, we done a lot of work now, we are so organized, we don't want anything, to maybe break down how we done this, because we spent a lot of time and effort to be able to manage this, and we are happy with what we have right now. So new players who join, looking for new civilization to join, and this thinking about the pirate hub, correct? What would they expect to do if they join you guys? What do you expect their life to be?
Well, the first thing they can do is come to our planet and put a base down. Come to our system rather and put a base down. Everyone asks, how do I join? Well, there's not a lot of joining requirements for the Pirate Hub. You take a look at our subreddit. From there, you can find our Discord link, and you join a community of over 400 people on the Discord who are really thrilled to give you some advice and to share their experiences on the game. From there, we do try to plan PvP events. We've had several in the past, although I will say that the UFC, the Ultimate Feuding Company, is much more adept at this, and so we like to work with Lewis and AJ over there whenever we can, because they're doing great work there. So if you ever get a chance to tour one of their builds, they do a lot of builds for their Galactic Games tournaments that they hold often. That would be probably a great opportunity as well. Aside from PvP, I want to say that we were the first people to do this. We have a Pirate Hub contract system. And what that entails is it was really aimed at having the community come together to help us spread the civilization out from just this system to many surrounding systems. There has to be an incentive for that, because we don't force anyone to do anything. It's an incentive system here. So we created the Pirate Hub contracts. Collectively, the council came together and figured out that if we set a task for the community and give them a reward if they complete that task, it'll really help us develop the civilization further. So it started with our resource hub contract. That was the first one, and it actually got players to a system nearby, a Brettster system, I believe, to create a bunch of mines and other bases that are aimed at producing resources for the community at large to share together. I think that the rewards for that were nanites and our Pirate Hub Eagle, which it's the first companion that we've ever given out for the Pirate Hub, and we plan to give out many eggs today for those of you who are gonna show up to Nerfification Day. But the contract systems, I would say, has probably been one of our larger success stories, because it really got the community together to build something with an incentive, but also with the knowledge that they'd be building it for the entire community to share.
Wow. So you made like an in-game mission system. That's very interesting. I like the contract naming. The mechanism is so cool. I want to just add more about the resolution, correct? So the resolution in PSVR2 is very hard to grasp on. It's very strange, because right now, if I look to this specific kind of ground here, the metal one, this one is crisp clear. This is actually 4K in VR, correct? I mean, the lighting effects here on this specific statue is very cool, and it's very, very, very clear. If I go here, and I think, what is the time now? It's 3 a.m., correct? So gonna be morning soon. If I go here, unfortunately, the planet itself, the resolution is not so cool. The far side objects inside the planet is not so cool, but the planet itself, correct, and the sky and the clouds are very clear. And now, morning is coming, and it's a sight to be seen in VR. It's so cool. So yeah, for new players, I think it's so exciting having the contract system, and I think it's a really cool idea. I didn't see this anywhere else. I think maybe some people started to do this lately, but I like this. I think games like Elite Dangerous and Done is very popular for its contracts. We don't have this in No Man's Sky. I think we have the Pirates contract, but we don't have, I think, a community-driven contract before. So guys, if you are watching this for the first time or just joined us now, I put the Discord link for the Pirates Hub Civilization in the description. Go check these cool guys, and I'm gonna put also the Reddit link there, and now the sun is rising. This is so cool. I'm gonna take a quick shot. And while I'm doing this, guys, why don't you tell us about your anniversaries? Nerfification Day, correct? Any special preparation?
Yes, so basically Nerfification Day is just a day for our community to come together, celebrate. There's really no set plan, but everyone comes together and has a great time. Last year we gave out special companions, we gave out specialty items and other high-priced items, and then obviously a bunch of fireworks, because at the end of the day, this is it's a festival of lights. So it's gonna hopefully not be too many fireworks to break the system, but we're gonna try.
Oh, I wanted to see fireworks before in VR. Oh my god, now I see them for the first time. Every time I try to do them, something gets bugged. So thank you for putting this up. But the
No problem.
sunrise is so cool. Kim, Max, any questions from the chat?
Lear came.
Perfect. Okay, so last thing I want to ask you guys before we can move to the last build, and hopefully we can see if it's gonna work or no. The history, correct? There's too much history there. There have been too much hard moments. What is the most joyful moment that you can't forget, that give you the most fun when you've been working with Civilization, with all of the friends here and council member? Any special moment that you want to share with us?
I'll
I
throw
haven't-
it to Dunn or Josh first.
I was going to say, I do have one. I think it was when we started the Ruvoul build, and I saw everybody coming together and just having conversations in the Discord with people, and everybody loved it. Like we at one point sent out a kind of a mass message just to everybody to upload it, just so we could, because obviously with upload schedules, not every base was showing at the same time, and so we kind of put an announcement saying, hey, everybody, hit your build up. We want to see kind of everything at once. And in that moment, it was mind blowing seeing, like 10 bases all show up at once, and the different styles of build. And I just got on my companion and spent like an hour walking around the place. Like it was unbelievable. And it really kind of made me realize the size of our community and how connected everybody was to it, how willing they were to, because we're just a bunch of guys that are asking a huge group of people to do something, and they're more than willing to do it. So it's really nice to see people's willingness to kind of come out for us. So that was pretty heartfelt for me.
Yep. Connection.
Wow, what a
No, I
great
agree. I
story.
mean, the
Thank
city's
you.
initiative is. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
The city's initiative. I mean, yeah, like Shark was saying, that it really showed what a huge impact the community had on us, and it's just amazing to see. I'll say, that's probably my vote. Most heartfelt moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we'd be nothing without the Nerf herders,
No, not at all.
Exactly. And for me, that whole sentiment, I agree with it completely, but it's the entire experience has been that for me, because I'm just some guy who told people, hey, come here and let's build something. But what's been really great to see is that somehow this work we're doing is creating a place where people are really enjoying themselves and really enjoying the game. And so the overall experience has been just fantastic for me.
Yeah. Connections, correct? I mean, when I actually want to start doing this show, I wanted to do it just to defend PSVR, No Man's Sky in PSVR, because I like it. I like the game a lot. Unfortunately, Hello Games just ruined a little bit with Interceptor update. But what kept me going is actually connections, because I made a huge amount of friends, and everyone I ask about, like, why do they keep you playing all of this? Bills and communities. When people look to it, it's all about connections and the friends that we made, and also for some people the friends that we lost, correct? So, seeing people coming together and connecting people together, I think this is the nature of human beings. And just showing how beautiful this game is. I mean, every day I'm now, meeting new people and having a lot of fun, in this show. Just meeting new people and learning about their stories and learning about what keeps them in the game. It's just wonderful. Okay, let's go and see if the Lola, what is this? What is this, the third place that we wanted to see? Let's go and see if it's gonna crash or no. So a warning for you guys who, if you're still watching us, we tried to go there before on flat screen and it crashed a lot. So we're gonna hope that it will not crash, and we're gonna wrap it up from there. How long have we been on right now? Have we paused
An
already an
hour.
hour?
Yeah, an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh my god. So
It's been looking pretty good on this redacted planet, like compared to sometimes, depending on how many flyovers, it seems pretty calm in the system. So it's been very clear on the stream when you're here. Just a heads up.
Yeah,
If you
it's
think it looks
amazing.
bad, it looks half decent.
all thanks to my friend Solaya who abandoned us and didn't join us today, but he's actually one helped me to fix the stream resolution. Now keep in mind that the game doesn't really actually look exactly the same inside VR. It's very complicated. I done a review about this, but some stuff looks great, some stuff looks not so great. I'm sure Hello Games gonna fix it. They acknowledged they are working on some stuff, so let's hope they're gonna fix it soon. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my HUD and we are gonna see if we can have the last build loaded, because for some people, especially in Europe, it's gonna be a little bit late. They may need to sleep. For people in US, it's it's their Sunday. They want maybe to go to eat, so I don't want to keep people staying as longer than they should be. Hopefully it will not crash. And who should I follow?
I'm here. I just teleported here, so if you come to me, it's a straight shot from Redacted City,
Okay,
and it looks like it's loading okay so far. But I will be
let's
sitting
not
still
jinx
until
it,
just-
correct? Let's not jinx it.
knock on wood.
So the formal welcome for anyone who is joining the Pirate Hub, as well as I learned, is that your game will crash. If your game crashed, you got the Pirate Hub seal, and I got it a couple of times. I don't have enough seals on my body. Correct. I don't have enough place for any more seals. So let's hope it will not crash. But even if it's crashed, correct. I mean, usually I try to have in the last part, I try to go a little bit more about the people and a little bit personal before we close. So even if it crashed, I mean, we can still talk a little bit. I'm gonna approach you guys a little bit slowly, and let's see if it will not crash. Hopefully it will not crash.
It looks like some of the larger bases aren't loading on the outskirts, which is a good thing. So I think we might be okay.
Okay, I'm getting massive drop frame rates, which is good, means the game is dropping. So outside of No Man's Sky, Brett, what other games you play?
This one takes up a lot of time. I'm working through Jedi Survivor right now, but that one's kind of a longer work in progress. Oh, and there's a crash.
You are gone? Okay, I'm gone too.
Yep. I'll
No,
load back.
I'm not. I'm not gone. I think I need to increase my. I was experimenting with my IR camera, and maybe I need to increase. I reduced it a little bit, but I need maybe to relocate it because I got a couple of PSVR 2 tracking loss today. It's not as bad as it used to be before, but I need to experiment a little bit. Now the good news is that I still didn't crash, and I disabled my HUD. Oh, this is the new honey wax stuff. Apaya created a crazy build that I need to go and see in VR from thousands of this stuff. Like it's on Twitter. It's just been tweeted by Cian today. So yeah, I'm starting to get this feedback a lot, that a lot of people who play No Man's Sky actually slowly make it that game. They'll rarely play any other games unless for sure, you're a Star Wars fan. So for sure you will have to play Jedi, correct? But what about you guys? Pona and Shark. Any other games you're playing right now, additional to No Man's Sky?
I've been playing some Kenshi here and there. That one's pretty fun.
Oh, interesting. I really wish I can feel this is epic. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, I just do typical gamer stuff. Call of Duty. Play a bit of Minecraft once in a while. I think that's why I like No Man's Sky so much. It feels like maybe a little more of an adult version of Minecraft.
It does, doesn't it?
Another purveyor of the brick. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And then Grand Theft Auto. That's just classic.
Grand Theft Auto. I really wish they make this game in VR one day. So I am on the outer cracks of the city. I dropped a little bit far so it doesn't crash, and I approach slowly. Is this part of the city? These massive towers?
It is. Yeah, that's part of Brett's build. It's I forget the exact name he uses for it, but it's just like a spire. It's kind of represent. The obelisk, like represents, in my eyes, I kind of see it as like, an old civilization had something there, and Brett's kind of built like a little dig site. If you see kind of off to the side of it, there's one that looks like it's collapsed into a hole. There's like a whole dig site set up around it.
Wow. This is crazy because, a couple of episodes ago I had an episode with ER Pros, correct, who's also so much in the Lost Civilizations. He actually have a planet with a lot of different builds, with a lot of Lost Civilization history. But you take a look to this, and it's just completely different. It's very crazy that how, with a limited amount of, build base parts, correct, people are creating some stuff that are completely different. But I just can't comment. I have to comment about how beautiful this ringed planet in VR, guys. It's massive and it's crystal clear. Apaya, if he sees this, he will come and take a couple of shots that, it will make our mind blown later on. So this is beautiful. Can I go down here or I'll get lost easily?
Oh, no.
No, you can go down. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty simple. And then you like...
the caves are so cool. Oh my God, I haven't seen
I was just going to say,
so
I'm not sure if I'm in the same instance as you guys, but yeah, you're good to go down. I mean, you might get lost, but these systems actually go all throughout the city, so underneath several player bases.
So the tunnels will go deeper or just...
They go deeper and they continue straight. So there's actually a player, and I feel bad because his username escapes me, but he has built several players actually. There's an underground temple that glitches underground, and then there's another one that glitches underground and continues into tunnel system. I think it's actually there, the Ruvoul underground market.
I am already lost, my friend.
That was Edco.
I have no idea where to go. I have no idea where to go. Okay. Is that Shark? Is that human? Formal Shark?
No, that's me.
I'm crashing.
Okay, because I have my HDN. Thank you for for helping me. Let's go back up, correct? Because
I'll lead you out.
Thank you, man. At least seeing familiar faces, because
to the light.
Staying down here and seeing the little details, like people actually extracting. I like the idea that you'll actually connect the underground to the city up there. So that's actually very cool. And as I mentioned, even so, I have seen a couple of these old civilizations. The style is completely different, correct? Like hundreds of thousands of different kinds of civilization can be built with just a few limited amount of base part. It's just maybe what makes this game so unique. Okay, so let's go and approach the city and go. I think we're gonna wrap up soon, but I wanted to know, any addition to video games, which Brett, for sure, you love it, correct? Any hobbies that you do in real life that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I play music occasionally. I don't have much time for it with work, but I've been playing since I was a little younger. Aside from that, I'm just I don't know, hiking, working out, just normal stuff. Nothing
What
too
kind
interesting.
of music?
I play guitar and I play piano. I don't get that much of an opportunity to play anymore, as much as I'd like to, but just given work and clearly how much time I spend on this stuff, so.
Man, this bass is beautiful. Okay, I think, if Chris was here, he will know more about music more than me. But I keep noticing that a lot of bass builders also like to play music, correct? I think in reality, and this is just my personal opinion, is that bass building in No Man's Sky is close to art, and it's different, person by person, builder by builder. It allows people to unlock their creativity, and artists in general will try to express their art in a lot of different forms or way, and that's why I seen base builders who like to draw, others like to play music, but because life can be, I like to say life can be a bitch sometime, correct? So people don't have enough time anymore, especially with growing old, but this is the beauty about No Man's Sky. People can keep building as long as they can, without requirement of having expensive equipment. Game consoles are expensive, but at least No Man's Sky can even play on a Switch, correct, which is the cheapest ever game console, correct? So that's the beauty. I've seen all different kind of age people building, and hiking is also interesting, correct? So this means you are not as old as me, man. I'm an old man for you then.
Oh, well, I'm not sure. Comparatively, maybe not, but I'm not that young.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah. The good news is the game didn't crash, correct? So I am inside.
I think there's so many people. It's actually running different instances right now. So that ended up being a good thing, I suppose.
Yeah, I see the pirate flag, correct, and I think I'm in the middle of the city. I have no idea where I am, correct? I'm just wandering here aimlessly, but that's No Man's Sky, correct? Wandering aimlessly. But it looks beautiful.
Oh, there's a crash.
Yeah, maybe you can even watch me from the stream.
Yeah, might be better.
Oh, the butterflies have just crossed by. There's like a big bunch of them through the city. For some reason, you guys, your builds are maybe very flat, or I don't know, but it allows creatures to go across them all the time. It just gives this very cool feeling that we have a city in the wilderness.
Yeah, I've noticed that, especially with this planet, with this city here, and these butterflies, how they're able to land on the builds, like it adds a lot. Like I have on my build here, there's like street lights, and I'll have the butterflies land on the tops of them. And it looks like, as realistic as this game can look.
I want to see if I stay, put for a minute, will a butterfly come and stand on my head or not? Let me see.
I'll say from experience, they don't. they avoid us at all costs, it seems like.
Ah, my God, that's so bad. But that's so cool. Let me take a very good look, for this, and probably we're gonna wrap up because I try to keep this, 1 hour and 30. Oh, photo mode. Yeah, now it's just slightly better. Okay. I think there's a storm going on. So for some reason, every time I try to take a picture, storm attack me here for some reason. But it's beautiful. Is there, so this is like a community event, this specific city?
Yes, it is. It's the first time we've tried it. and it seemed to work out. It's a little bit glitchy right now due to how many bases there actually are here. There's probably around 20 total that just aren't all uploaded at the moment, but we were really happy with what turned out here.
Perfect. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think me. Oh, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say that is there any questions from the chat? Any comments? Do we have still anyone at the chat? Because we're gonna wrap up soon, guys. This is your last question. If you have any questions to Brett, to Chark, to Pawn, to me, this is your last chance.
We've got 12 in the chat. We've got 12 in the chat, and no questions really. We're all kind of talking about building over here.
Mainly
Perfect.
complaining about legacy parts on new saves, but yeah, loving those columns. That's like the sort of broken look of the surroundings right now. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, great job, guys. Again, people underestimate usually the effort and the time the builders take to build stuff. Builders usually don't really feel much, or I'm not sure how they feel, but they get completely, immersed in the experience. They lose hours, which is equivalent to an actual mini game, correct? Like, I mean, a whole game can be finished like 20 hours, and people take more than this to just build one build. So I try to spotlight and highlight the builds. This city is massive, to be honest. I think it's still in progress. I still some stuff didn't load to me. I would like to come again and see how I can go to the down tunnels and then go back up like a lost back hidden city. Usually in history, correct, most of the royal families will have hidden tunnels in case they get attacked by another family, and they can run from the back doors and then go to the background tunnels. I think I didn't see this before. I think it's a very good idea. It's loading slowly. So I was saying that I like to highlight this, and I also like to highlight the civilization. I have a lot of respect. Every single civilization, if they have just one person or they have hundreds of people, just grouping people together and having fun in group is adding a completely different flavor to the game. And really all respect to you guys. And again, please don't forget to take a look to the Pirate Hub Civilization Discord. And I think that's it for today. I mean, Brett, Phone, Chark, you guys want to add anything before I wrap up for today? It was a very cool session, to be honest.
I just really appreciate you giving the opportunity to be on your channel, and I appreciate you coming out here and taking a look at our builds.
Oh, no,
yeah, it was an honor. Thanks for having us, man.
It was my pleasure. Thank you, guys, and thank you everyone for joining me today. Thank you for taking time to come in today. Thank you people for joining in the chat or watching this again. Please, I don't want to to beg because this is very mean, but don't forget to take a like and subscribe to the channel. I don't do this enough. Unfortunately, it become important. I noticed that if I don't do this, people actually sometimes don't. I was just having a discussion
Smash
today.
that like button.
I was having a discussion today with
be that guy.
with the word about this, correct? Some people believe that if people like stuff, they will just like, and that happens. But I think it's cool to ask people also to like sometimes. They may be encouraged more. So yeah, I think that's it. That's it for today. Thank you everyone, and I'll see you next week. And if you are up to it, the Pirate Hub, Nerfification and Anniversary Day is today. You can feel free to join the Discord and celebrate with them. They have a lot of activities planned for today. So yeah, thank you everyone for your time today. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Max, for co-hosting, and see you guys next week.
Oh, anytime. Yeah, anytime. We'll see you. Great to meet everybody, and yeah, we'll check you out. I hopped in the Reddit and the Discord, so we'll see you soon.
Fantastic. And everyone else, we're over here on Lalalu for Nerfification Day, so feel free to join us.
Yep. Kim, thank you, Kim. Bye. Bye, everyone.